What's the biggest promise your parents broke? When I was 10, my dad promised he'd never drink again. I still remember that night. Mom was crying in the kitchen. Dad had missed my basketball championship because he passed out at his friend's house. I swear on my life, buddy, no more drinking. Not a single drop. For 2 whole months, things were awesome. Dad came home right after work. He taught me to fish at the lake on weekends. Mom started smiling again. She even let me stay up late on Fridays to watch movies with them. Then came my birthday. I was turning 11. Dad said he was planning something special. The morning of my birthday, I woke up super excited, ran downstairs in my pajamas. No dad. Mom was sitting at the kitchen table staring at her phone. "Where's Dad?" I asked. She just shook her head. My birthday party was at 3 p.m. By 2, he still wasn't home. Mom kept calling him, leaving messages. I heard her voice get shakier each time. My friends started arriving. Mom put on a brave face, ordered pizza, handed out party hats. I kept watching the door. By cake time, I knew he wasn't coming. I could smell the alcohol on him before he even walked in at 7 p.m. after everyone had left. "Sorry, buddy. Lost track of time," he slurred. My unopened present from him sat on the table. That became our new normal. Dad would disappear for days. Sometimes he'd come home sober, full of apologies and promises. "This time is different," he'd say. It never was. When I was 13, I broke my arm falling off my bike. Mom was at work. I called Dad 5 times from the neighbor's phone. He never picked up. Mrs. Klein from next door drove me to the hospital. Dad showed up the next morning, hungover, panicking. "Why didn't you call me?" he asked. I just stared at him until he looked away. By high school, I stopped expecting him at games or parent-teacher conferences. Mom always came alone looking tired but trying her best. The night before my 16th birthday, Dad showed up sober. He sat on the edge of my bed. "I've got a surprise for tomorrow," he said. "I'm taking the day off work. Just you and me." I knew better than to get excited, but a small part of me still hoped. Morning came. No Dad. His side of the bed hadn't been slept in. Mom found him passed out in his truck in the driveway at noon. That evening, while he was sleeping it off, I found old fishing photos from those 2 good months when I was 10. I cut myself out of the pictures and left them on his nightstand. At 18, I got accepted to college 3 states away, full scholarship. When I told Mom, she hugged me tight. "I'm so proud of you," she whispered. The night before I left, Dad came to my room, sober, clean-shaven, eyes clear. "I know I messed up," he said, "but I'm getting help, real help this time. When you come home for Thanksgiving, things will be different." I nodded, but I'd stopped believing him years ago. 2 months into college, Mom called. Dad had checked himself into rehab. "He's really trying this time," she said. Thanksgiving came. I took the bus home, prepared for disappointment. Dad was waiting at the station, clear-eyed, 90 days sober. Throughout the weekend, I kept waiting for the mask to slip. It didn't. He had chips from his AA meetings, a sponsor who called daily. He'd fixed up my old room. When it was time to leave, he hugged me awkwardly. "I know you don't believe me anymore," he said. "I don't blame you, but I'm going to show up this time." I nodded, not trusting myself to speak. Every Sunday after that, Dad called. Not once did he miss. He never asked for forgiveness, just told me about his day, asked about my classes. At Christmas, 6 months sober. Spring break, 9 months. For my 19th birthday, a card arrived with a fishing license. "If you want," the note read. I didn't go fishing with him that summer, or the next, but I kept every card, every milestone chip he sent. Last month, I graduated college. As I walked across the stage, I spotted him in the crowd. 5 years sober now. After the ceremony, he didn't rush over. He waited until I came to him. "I'm proud of you, son," he said. "I know, Dad," I replied. And for the first time in years, I believed him. Some promises take a lifetime to keep. Some take a lifetime to break, but sometimes if you're lucky, they can be remade.